Hi, I'm Sarah, a gardener in urban Houston, Texas, and today I'm going to do a tour of my Zone 9B garden. I'm going to start here at the tomatoes. All right, so you might notice this is the front yard. I garden in the front yard because I don't have that big of a lot. And so here's my tomatoes. I've got a bunch of varieties. This is a Matt's Wild Cherry, which I find to just go crazy. A Pomodoro red cherry. My first time growing that, and then I've got some herbs like basil and so on in there. Let's see. Let's move on over here. Here I've got some more tomatoes. This is a Supremo. I started this from seed. I didn't start that many from seed this year. Just got sick, unfortunately, and just other things. Brad's Atomic Grape here. Let's go around here. Here we've got another Matt's Wild Cherry. You can see here I have grow bags here and also a raised bed. I don't know, I'm sure my neighbors don't like the grow bags, and I know they don't like, well, I know some of them don't like the raised bed because that's been here for more than a year now, and oops, my finger's in the way. They said some of that to me, but other neighbors do like it, so that's fine. This one is a Greek rose. This is an early girl. I've got some nice big tomatoes on there. You can see, getting ready. And I know it's only April, but this is Houston. It's so hot here. We got to garden as early as possible because the tomatoes it gets too hot for tomatoes, basically by June. Here's some more tomatoes, Genuine Heirloom Marriage, and Reisentraub, and another Supremo. All right, I'm gonna flip this back around. Okay, so there we got those, and here's an apple tree. This is a Reverend someone or other. There's not that many apple trees that will do well in Houston. Actually, a few days ago it had like really beautiful flowers, but no longer. But it does look like they might be. Maybe I'll get some apples. I didn't get any apples off this one last year, so we'll see. All right. I guess I'll skip the pot in the middle. I got a little kind of this native plant area over there in the middle. Got some native plants on the front as well. I'm working on. I'll do that another time. This is more of a food gardening tour, I guess. Here I've got another bed where I've got okra and cucumbers this year. This is my tomato bed last year. So I follow a rotation from Dr. Bob Randall. So it's the basis of this. Anyway, so this is my cucumber and okra bed this year. Yeah, and it had some leftover brassicas. I just left them around just because until recently they had a lot of flowers. They still got a few, and good to see that the bees and stuff were really enjoying them. And over here I have a cucumber or two coming up. This is the farthest along one here. This is a long cucumber. I forgot what kind it is, and it's an Asian variety. And then I also planted, I had trouble getting germination this year, but I also planted a few other kinds. So I'm honestly not sure which is which, but I guess I'll be able to tell to some extent once they come up. And here's some amaranth. It's supposed to be a great trap crop for pollinators, and honestly it's also really beautiful, so perhaps my neighbors will not complain too much about this. And over here I've got some nasturtiums. You know, they really took their time to get going when I planted them at first, but they're so beautiful. So I'm really enjoying them, and they're edible too, although honestly I haven't eaten them yet. But yeah, and you can see some baby okra here. This is maybe a Turkish okra, somewhere Asian. Planted a couple of those, and then I couldn't find my other okra. I knew I had bought another one, and I finally found it in like some random box that had fallen into yesterday, so I planted those too, so we'll see. All right, flipping back around. All right, now we're gonna go back to the backyard. And I'm trying to, oh no. This is raccoon poo, I think. I'm gonna show it to you. We had a raccoon get up in our attic over the winter, and our neighbors did as well. And I'm pretty sure that's raccoon poo. I mean, I could be wrong, but I hope the raccoon is not still hanging around. But anyway, I'm going down my side yard into the back where I have some more beds. Drop my glove. All right. Here I have my fig, and this fig is really taking off. I kind of feel bad because I tortured this fig in a pot. I mean, I feel like it was torture because it didn't grow or produce any fruit for a few years. But last year I planted it in the ground. It kept developing figs that kept falling off. It didn't grow that much, but this year it's put up these like huge, longer branches. You can see how green they are. They're fresh growth, and they also have some little figs on them, so we'll see if that's developed into fruit. But anyway, just the growth itself, I think, is a good sign. I've got some, I'm gonna flip this around again, some citrus here. This is some satsuma and mandarin. So I feel kind of bad for these guys too. I kind of didn't take great care of them over the winter. I mean, they were not too cold or anything. It hardly freezes here, and I brought them in the house a couple of times it did, but I feel like I should have fertilized them earlier. But then I gave them some fish emulsion the other day and some organic pellet fertilizer. So they seem better. This is a variegated lemon. It's really pretty. It's pink. The lemon is pink. The flesh of it is. It's very nice. Let's see, that's what it is. And then here's you can see a grapefruit. I haven't picked the grapefruit. I mean, I don't know about citrus that much. It's only been about a full year I've had these, and the other citrus kind of came off easily when they were ripe, and when I tried to force it, they weren't ripe yet. But anyway, these citrus flowers smell so amazing. So anyway, all right, there's the citrus. Let's move on over here. All right, this is a pineapple guava. I mean, it kind of, I don't know, it's never flowered. Maybe I'm torturing it too. I've had it for a long time. Its leaves, I thought it was doing well, but then its leaves got all brown recently. I'm not sure why. Sorry, tree. It definitely is doing better than it used to do, but I mean, maybe the pot is ridiculous. I probably should just plant it in the ground. I don't know. Over here, yeah, my yard is a mess. I have a lot of projects to do. Here's some beautiful, flip it around. Here's some beautiful blueberries here. Not very many. Again, another plant I've tortured, but it does give me a few blueberries every year, which my son loves to pick and eat when the birds don't get them first. Let's see. Over here I have got, again, more torture. This is a muscadine vine, and I just kind of let it go crazy. I really need to put some trellising in. It's just one of those projects that I can never get to. So it just kind of grows here in a big mound, and every now and then I give it a big prune, and generally it gives me some fruit. But anyway, I have actually several other little muscadines that came off of this one because it rooted itself where it touched the ground due to my kind of abandonment. And so I'd really like to put up kind of a line of muscadines along the back fence, if you can see that back there. Again, a big mess over there, but that's just me. I am kind of a messy gardener, just because I have a job, I have kids, only so much time for doing all these things. So anyway, all right, here's some more exciting beds. This stuff with all these flowers, this is where I don't usually torture plants. This stuff with all these flowers is, some bees. I don't know if you can see them. This with all these bees is it's like a red mustard. We like to eat it, especially in Asian foods we cook. And I planted it in the raised bed over there, or maybe it was in a grow bag or something a year ago, I think last year, and it just like self-seeded everywhere. So I basically expect that I'll just have this growing around wherever I go, wherever I plant it, like for forever. That's fine. This is great though. The bees are loving it. I can eat them too before they bolt, so I'll just leave them there. I can always pull them out if I don't like them. All right, so let's go over here. This is a very busy bed, so I'm just gonna switch it around. All right, this bed's my happiest bed right now. Last year I grew cucumbers and okra in this bed. The cucumbers did really well, the okra not so much. And they were growing up these trellises, which I found on some like old doors or something that I found on the side of the road nearby. Unfortunately, that's kind of where the raccoon was able to climb up and get in a soffit vent, which I need to fix in a nicer looking way. But they are great. I've planted some Malabar spinach at the foot of those, and I'm hoping it'll grow up, but it's supposed to take a long time to germinate. That might be one. Oh yeah, I think I see some that have germinated. I don't know if you can see that green. I don't want to step in my bed, but down there at the foot of that. So yeah, that's exciting. I've never really grown that before. And here we have three kinds of eggplant, or three eggplants. Two kinds. It's Ichiban and Pingtang. I really prefer the Asian style eggplants because, well, first of all, my husband is Korean. We cook a lot of Korean food, but also the skin is just so much less tough and like just easy to work with for me. And then I've got a bunch of marigolds, as you can see. Got rosemary here, some chives, basil. You know, marigolds are a great trap plant, as you may know, so that's why I had those. I've got these parsnips. They're kind of left over. This was a carrot bed over the winter, and I harvested those a couple of weeks ago. They're great, and they're really beautiful growing here, just so lush. But yeah, the parsnips, I don't think they were quite ready. I think they're a little slower, so I've left them here. This is kind of a sad lavender. They don't really grow well here, but I mean, I just couldn't resist for $2. Then we've got some peppers. This is a serrano. I mostly have spicy peppers hot peppers because I didn't have that much luck with bell peppers. Like, it seems like they always get problems with me, but they are useful. Anyway, this is a Tabasco pepper. Those are leeks between all here and here. And over here, this is my one bell pepper right here. And those are some green onions. Honestly, those were some that were just like about to go bad in our fridge, so I just like planted them, and then they grow and we cut them. That's what these are too. And then that one is a ancho, I think, that pepper. And then I've got three. These are the only peppers I started from seed this year. Sorry, there's a train. I've got three, what are these? Shishitos, which are great. I really like them. Some great Korean recipes, like side dishes and stuff you can make with them, or just, you know, blistering them is great. So, yeah. All right, turning back around here, picking up my glove. All right. So here I have my borage. I don't know, I've never really planted that before. I don't really know what the use of borage is. I mean, honestly, haven't used it for anything except that I'm just full of bees. They love it. So I think I'm just gonna plant it here and there every year now, because why not? I mean, bees are great. They're amazing. And also the flowers are a really pretty color. I've got a rose here. This is just a rose that I got from Aldi, honestly. It's very pretty though. Not really any pretty blooms on it right now, but I do need to give it a trim. And then over here, I have, this is where I was growing some dill and some cilantro, but it's kind of the end of the time for that. It's getting too hot here. You can see the cilantro has gone to seed, so it's fine though. I've got these like blackberries, so over here are my blackberries. And you can see we already have some actual blackberries formed here. Again, it's still the beginning of April, but this is Houston, and we've got some beautiful blooms here. But yeah, it's not really a problem, but like they are kind of coming up in different beds. So I'm trying to decide if I should like let that happen or if I should dig them out of the beds and put them somewhere else, or just pull them out and not worry about putting them somewhere else. And I feel like I don't want to throw away basically free blackberries, but you know, I don't know. Here's some squash. I've also got garlic in this bed. So here's my squash. This is a yellow squash. I love yellow squash. I'm a southerner, and I love a yellow squash, fried, sauteed, whatever. It looks like these last couple aren't going to be turning into fruit here. Maybe because of the rain and temperatures the last few days, I don't know. But I have had a few really delicious squash off it so far already. And then over here, the zucchini. Ooh, look at those zucchini down there. That's exciting. So I've never really cooked squash here before because we have a really bad vine borer problem, and because of the long season, it starts really early. So because of the vine borers, I just usually, I never even tried really. Or I tried, but then like I was disappointed and I just like gave up. This time I decided I happened to be like going around to some nurseries with my neighbor who's my friend, and I just saw, it was like February, it might have still been February, I think it was early March, no, it was early March. Anyway, I happened to see some squash and I was like, whatever, why not try it? It's so early, maybe I'll get at least a few. I mean, even if I just get like 5 or 10, I'm way past the amount the plant costs, like $2. So yeah, here we go. I got some squash this year and I'm very happy about it. So I've got 2 zucchini plants. So yeah, you can see the zucchini down in there. This one's making its first zucchini. This one struggled to take off a little more. And I had them make tomato cages just for a little support. I don't know if it's necessary. This one hasn't really grown up into it anyway, but. And then yeah, here you can see the garlic as well. Here, but here's an example of the garlic. So it's my second time growing garlic. The first time it didn't really work. So I'll try again. And I had also planted some corn in this bed, but it doesn't seem to have come up. I don't know. It's my son's idea. He wanted popcorn. Okay. Let's come around here. And here we have peas. Am I in the frame? Here we have peas. These are sugar snap peas, and they're just the best because they just keep producing so fast. I can hardly keep up, and they're just such a great snack to just keep around on the table to munch on. I mean, I wish my kids would eat them, but at least my husband and I do, so that's fine. They're just growing on kind of, I guess it was a tomato kind of trellis thing. It's supposed to go into a square shape that I got at a garage sale, but I used it for this. It would be nice if it were taller, but you know, gotta do what you can do. And this is a regular pea. It doesn't look great, but I have gotten some peas off of it, so. And then here is some strawberries. I mean, honestly, I haven't been very assiduous about protecting them, so that one's been eaten, as you can see. But that's okay. I don't know why I even try strawberries, honestly. I don't usually have much success. Ugh. I have although I love passion flowers, they kind of become a pestilence if you, they really spread once they get happy, so they're very happy here. All right, and then I'll go back here. Almost done with the tour. It's my little orchard area, my main orchard area. So here's the most exciting one. I mean, I really need to thin these apples. This is a golden Dorset, and last year I actually got a few tomatoes. I mean, I hope I didn't get tomatoes. That'd be weird. I got a few apples off of it, but all but one were taken, I guess. Even though I had some protection around them, like I usually protect with, you know, I don't really like to spray stuff. I usually protect mechanically, I guess you could say. So they did not do that well, and they seem to have some kind of fungus or something. I mean, apples aren't really a great fruit to grow here, but I couldn't help myself. So yeah, an apple with apples on it. I need to thin them and maybe spray it or something. I don't know. Here is a persimmon, a Fuyu persimmon. It doesn't look like it's that happy here, to be honest, and that it's kind of slanted. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one, but we'll see. Let's see. Over here is a peach. So the apples I planted last year, and the peach and persimmon, and this is a plum I planted this year, and they are doing fine. I follow a method from the book Grow Little Fruit Tree, which is an excellent book. I forgot the name of the author, but anyway, it's to keep them short so they can grow in a small space. So this is 1/8 of an acre. So it's worked well with the apple trees so far overall. Here's another. I mean, you can hardly see it because it's being strangled by this passion flower. But here's another little. I think the other plum is a methley plum, and this is a what is it? Well, anyway, some kind of native plum, a Cherokee plum maybe. And then here's my other apple tree. So I need to shade it up more, but it's also getting some apples. I'm pretty sure this apple shape means that it didn't really get. Fertilized, but these are apples that have some level of self-fertility and low chill hours. I mean, that's about all you can do here. So yeah, there's a lot that needs work out here, as you'll see if you went in the background of any of my shots. I mean, here's this fence behind me, so I built this fence. There's also a bunch of elderberry back there you might see. So I would love to do more of that elderberry, but I just let it grow in this crazy thicket and then like chop it down once in a while. But you know, doing my best and I'm having fun. So yeah, so that's it for the garden tour today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you back here another time. Bye.